Hi everybody, welcome back, and the topic for today is values-based recruitment, and I'm delighted to be joined by Amanda Ashworth from Skills for Care. Hi Amanda.
Hello Neil.
And we're going to look at values-based recruitment in a little bit of detail, and Skills for Care and Amanda are experts in this, so this is perfect for us. So Amanda, first of all, tell us a little bit about Skills for Care and your role.
Skills for Care supports the adult social care sector with their workforce development challenges. So we provide a lot of practical support and resources, practical resources in order to be able to help them recruit, develop and lead their workforce. My area of work is around values-based recruitment as part of the recruitment and retention team.
Perfect. And values-based recruitment is really gathering momentum, and so a lot of people are getting more aware of it. But for an employer that isn't familiar with it, how would you introduce it simply to give us an idea of what it is and summarise it?
Yeah, I think values-based recruitment is really about an approach and looking at how employers can look at the values of their own organisation and their workplace and apply them to their recruitment and retention practices.
Okay, very good. And of course, we're in an environment where many employers are finding it even harder to find staff, and they might feel, why should I make it harder in my mind to recruit people? Why can't I just take everybody? What would you say to them?
I think there is a challenge around encouraging employers to take up a values-based approach to their recruitment and retention. I think they are under pressure to just get the right person through the door, whoever's available. But actually, if they take the time to recruit through a values-based approach, they'll actually get someone that's much more suitable and connected to their values and more likely to stay in the long run, rather than have, continually chasing the turnover of people not staying for the right reasons.
If you were looking at a first step here, what would you recommend to employers as the first thing they should consider?
I think the first thing that all employers should do, you need to reflect on the values of your organisation. I think a lot of organisations have values that they apply to their the people that they're trying to support, and they'll have that all over their websites and in their literature, but actually they're not applying those values to their own recruitment and retention practices, and that's where the difference is, I think.
Okay, perfect. And so could you give us an example of sort of core values that you might see with an employer? What sort of thing would you call a value?
Core values could be anything from being fun, being compassionate, being caring, willing to learn, having integrity. It's those things that are really integral to the individual. What makes those individuals tick at the end of the day?
Oh, excellent. And what changes would you make, for example, to job advertising?
They need to focus less on the tasks. I think if you look at a lot of job adverts, they all look very similar. They all say how much they pay and what they want people to do, but they're not really focused on what kind of values they want the individual to have, and where they see those fitting into their organisation. So I would put those first.
Excellent. And most employers would consider the selection process as kind of the main focus for identifying values. What would your approach be during the selection process, would you recommend?
I think as far as the selection process is concerned, I think identifying what values you're looking for is really important, but then having those values available so that you are interviewing people to those values is very important. I think having different opportunities to test and pull out those values throughout that process is really important. So seeing people in different settings, hearing people explain and talk about their own lives and what they think is important, that's one way of being able to get that information through the selection process.
Perfect. Okay, really good. And do you think does the approach stop at the job offer stage? Is all the work done then?
No, I think it's really important that people embed their values and look at what behaviours they are going to be looking for throughout that person's employment. So, having an opportunity to apply those values to their supervision and appraisal, their learning and development, and how they support that individual throughout their journey and career in their organisation is really important.
Brilliant. And we have there is some information available below this video now, but if people wanted to find out more, I know Skills for Care has done an awful lot of work in this area, where would they go to find out more about values-based recruitment?
On Skills for Care's website, we have an area dedicated to values-based values-based recruitment, and within there we have a values-based recruitment toolkit. So I think if people are looking for practical support, that would be a really good place to start.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Neil.
Well, I hope you found that really interesting. It was very interesting to me to talk to Amanda. So thank you so much, Amanda, for spending the time with us today. And there are more resources. Well, the website address is on the screen and there are more resources below. So I really encourage you to look in more detail at values-based recruitment.